Okay. We are doing a lower body workout. Huzzah! Okay. Couple of things to set up. Left a bit of a mesh in the room that we've got to clear if we're gonna make good on our time today. Alright, what am I thinking? Yes, turn the VPN off. That's step one. Pause for 24 hours, cool. Barbell squats. Threaten me with a good time. Okay. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Twitch? That way I can say hi to anyone who pops in. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Hello, Darth Willow. Good to see you. How are you? Right. All set up and good to go. Splendid. Let's leave you down here. This is why I don't normally leave a mess, because then I have to clean it up and it makes me feel bad. I got away with it because I was doing cardio yesterday. Ooh. Alright. Skip these out of the way, shall we? Unfortunately for you, Mr. Barbell, you are needed. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. How are we all, chat? We're doing well? I'm stuck in my shirt, unfortunately. Hello, Cuddy! Hello, Annie Girl. Good to see you all. Right, so we're setting up for barbell squats. How's the pooch? Pregnant! She's going to have puppies! Puppies! So that's cool. Oh, okay, hopefully that fixes that. Ideally. Works now? Yay! Okay. Wonderful, chat. Wonderful. What are chromosomes? Why do I always forget the exact text? Coiled strands of deoxyribonucleic acid. Two chromatids joined together comprising one DNA molecule. Two chromatids comprising one DNA molecule. Lovely! What are centrioles? Paired rod-like organelles at right angles to one another. Hell yeah. Had another interview today, by the way, for a duty manager position at a gym. So, yay! I think it went fairly well. I was charming and personable, you know, as I am. I mean, surely that's immediately what you think when you think of me, chat, is number one, duty manager, number two, charming and personable. Comedy? Okay. Hey. Hoy, ay, ay. Okay, second warm up with 50. Okay. Cool. Content at least? Yeah. Charming and personable content. What occurs during the metaphase of mitosis? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Metaphase. Nuclear membrane disappears. Chromosomes arrange themselves at the center of the cell, attached by spindle about centromere. Toward the end of phase, each individual chromosome can be seen as two chromatids beginning to pull apart. Nice. Yay! Huzzah! Okay. Let's go for 65 kilos on the squat, shall we? For fun! Metaphase is a part where you stop reading the stats and start looking up the builds on the net. I see. What are the four main types of cells in the epidermis? Keratinocytes, melanocytes, Langerhans cells, Merkel cells. Nice! Okay, right. Chat, I will be back in a moment. I'm just going to use the toilet. When we come back, we'll be doing 65, I think. I have voided my bowels. Huzzah! Okay, give me a fan. Give me 65 on the bar back squat. Hey. Back squat is simply when I don't put my ass when I'm cutting weight. A combination of natural physiology and the fact that we're still nursing a hip injury. But let's be honest, we ain't nursing it that much. Certainly not gonna nurse it right now. Righty ho, chap. Wish me luck. Come on, give me a good song. I wanna get hype. Anyone in chat got a good suggestion of a song? What do I think? Oh, a workout remix of Shape of You from Ed Sheeran. Yeah, we can do that. Aye. I am indeed doing a workout late. Chat, was anyone counting? Was that 8? I think that was 8. I'm so bad at counting my hands. I'm gonna call it 8. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Get 1 rep from style points? What did I do that was stylish? I wish I knew I'd do it more. Whew. I'm over here being ill. My condolences, like. Spindle-shaped cells with no distinct membrane and only one nucleus, non-striated. Bundles of fibers form muscles we see with the naked eye. So, let it be smooth muscle. What is atrophy? The wasting or weakening of musculature, primarily skeletal muscle, but can also affect smooth and cardiac. An unpleasant, painful sensation caused by contraction or overshortening of muscles, caused by low calcium in blood, vigorous exercise, overexertion, and a cold. Also extreme heat and sodium or water depletion. Painful, localized, and involuntary contraction of one or more muscles. Cramp! What is the insertion of a muscle? The moving end of a muscle. Nice. Let's keep it going, chap. I don't know how long we're going to rest. We went moderately hard on those squats. So, might give ourselves another 1 or 2 minutes. You gotta love barbell back squats, man. That's such a good exercise. Such a good exercise. Why is oxygen critical in circulation? Well, oxygen's the primary source of energy for cellular respiration, so it's essential for the function of nearly every cell in the body. Pulmonary arteries take blood, veins. So pulmonary arteries take blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. What is thalassemia? So it's a type of hereditary anemia caused by a lack of alpha or beta hemoglobin. It can be fatal prior to or just after birth. What is varicose ulcers? So in parts of the body where circulation is poor, veins can become distended and be subject to pooling of blood due to the venous pressure being lower and valves failing to adequately provide backflow protection. So varicose ulcers originate due to lack of blood clearance or blood flow in a particular area. Lovely! Whew. What is the function of the tonsils? So the tonsils function to trap inhaled pathogens. Lovely! Why is the parasympathetic system called parasympathetic? Because it means beside the sympathetic. It refers to the origin of the parasympathetic nerves above and below the origin of the sympathetic nerves. So the parasympathetic nerves are craniosacral, whereas the sympathetic nerves are thoracolumbar. So beside the sympathetic, it's above and below. Right, chap, we are just about getting recovered. Our dear old glutes, our blessed quads, our spinal erectors. Yeah. Oh, look at you, you beautiful bar. Ain't you sexy? Good bar. Now respect the bar, chap. It takes care of you. Pat the weights. Pat, 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 pat. And make sure you pat both sides equally, otherwise one side will get jealous. If I can get 8 again, I may lose my mind. Giving ourselves a damn decent rest period. I'm going to open the window. Okay. Give me a song. Hold up, it's got potential. Oh, it's from Telly's. I can't remember what song it is. What song is this? Got my nuts from a hippie. Yeah. Alright. Where is my chalk? Ah, you can't hide. Nice! I'm gonna call it 8 again. That's awesome. Okay. Now, we're moving on to deadlifts with 125 kilos. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. How are you doing, chat? You feeling good? I do hope so. Right. Yes, deadlifts. I know what I'm doing. Alright, come here, dumbbell. You are in the way. Alright, what are we starting with? 50? Sounds like a plan. Look, chap, it's the big boy weights. Hey. These 25 kilo weights are slightly too big. So they're not too, look at this. You see that? I know I moan at people for using clips, but if this is happening, I kind of get it. Alright, well, let's see how it feels warming up. What are you doing? Hey, we'll manage. Oh, Artie, food looks decent as well, Hermione. Nice, I like the fact there's a bit of a delay on the stream. I can look at my form, judge myself. Right, so ironically, because we're lifting 125, this lift might actually be easier than 122.5 that we did last week. Because I'm using the bigger weights, which results in a slightly higher ground clearance than we had before, so the weight has to travel less distance. Probably compensated for by the additional weight, but it's not as big a jump as it would be had the weight stayed the same. Or had the clearance stayed the same. Oh, let's move you, shall we, chap? When you get a decent view of the deadlift, wait there while I move stuff. Okay, you go over there. Here. Oh, that's you. That might actually be a decent spot for you. We shall see. Yeah, it's a decent spot, I think. Alright, so we're warming up with 70 now. Leaning forward a bit too much on the dismount. Might have to use clips on the bar for this one. I don't mind using clips on the bar for the deadlift, just because I'm not under the bar at any point, right? I always advise against using clips if you're lifting solo, but that's really for modalities where you are going to be underneath the bar at some point. So things like squats, bench press, things like that. Ugh. In those cases, do not put clips on the bar. Last time I heard such sounds was in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Must be in a really old episode. Whew. What is the primary function of the palatal lobe? Interpreting sensory information. How to axon lengths differ between the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. So the sympathetic division has very short preganglionic fibers because it needs to enact a swift and all-encompassing stress response, whereas the parasympathetic has short preganglionic, and its ganglia are actually close to the organs that they innervate, resulting in very short postganglionic fibers. What is the function of the medulla oblongata? So the medulla oblongata is the base of the brain stem. It actually has 4 separate functional regions. So it has a vasomotor center, it has a cardiac center, a reflex center, it has a center of aspiration. Because it's part of the brain stem as opposed to the brain itself. Well, technically part of the spinal cord, I think. I'm not sure actually if the medulla is classed as part of the spinal cord. Either way, it has white fibers on its external surface and grey matter within, which is characteristic of spinal cord structures. Lovely. The PNS is divided into central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, subdivided into autonomic and somatic divisions. Wonderful. Did I do the warm-up with this? I don't think I did. Alright, let's put some clips on, help the stabilization. Where is my other 2-inch clip? Where are you? There you are! Aha! Alright, another warm-up chat. So what's this? This is 25, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 kilos! Nice. Still feeling decent? Now we gotta kidnap the weights from the base of our T-bar move. Ahoy, weighties! Alright, so what would this be? We're just at 90, so this will be 110. On you go! Is a good lad. Hey! Beautiful. Look at this, chap. An efficiently mounted 110 kilos. Love to see it. Well, this is myasthenia gravis. Progressive disease, chronic weakness in the head and neck. Nice. Well, that's the function of the pons venuli. So the pons bridges the gap between hemispheres of the cerebellum. It's also responsible for certain reflex actions, I believe. What is the function of the hypothalamus? So the hypothalamus is the main link between the nervous and endocrine system. It's found deep in the synovium with the pituitary gland attached to its base. It produces oxytocin, an antidiuretic hormone for storage in the posterior pituitary. It's responsible for regulating driving emotions such as hunger, thirst, affection, love, anger, that sort of thing. It also has a role in metabolism. Yeah. Lovely. Awesome stuff. Okay. We're getting to the point where we're going to need chalk, boys. Nice. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going further. We're going up to, what, 125.5, I believe? So 10... Wait a minute. $25, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, $110, $120. So this is already 120. I was going to add 15 to this. That's both encouraging and terrifying. Okay, alright. Let's add 5 to it then, shall we? That was beltless as well. Hi, diggity daddy. Just ranking 120 beltless randomly. Oh, okay. Oh. Right. I forgot to add the bar chat. Rookie mistake. Hey chat, question, should I go for 5 or 6? What do you think? Oh, we're getting a belt, of course. Oh, fun information as well. Let people observe people using a lifting belt, and I imagine that the belt itself provides structural support to the spine. Not the case at all. This is a thin piece of fabric, and at the end of the day, it's almost entirely inconsequential compared to the strength of the spinal cord and the vertebra. What provides the stability is the Valsalva maneuver, or the act of expiration, breathing out against a closed glottis. So it's your and what the belt does is both allow you to feel that pressure quicker and mean that you have something to push against, increasing the intra-abdominal pressure, and essentially acting like a filled Coke can, right? Really hard to crush a drink can when it's full, very easy when it's empty. Same concept. So it's not the belt itself that provides the strength in the same way that the aluminium can, is not strong. It's what's inside it that provides the strength. In this case, spinal cord, intra-abdominal pressure. This belt is a pain in my ass, though. Or a pain in my abs. Tighten, you fiendish device. There we go. Five, don't want you to outgo it yourself. Certainly a possibility. Yay. I'm gonna win! Me, Goblin Steve! Hey! Okay. You're doing Lethal Company tonight. I might well do, yeah. That looks so stupid on the preview. Okay. Give me a song, baby. Against the current? Okay, okay. God damn it. Okay, no straps, just a belt. Hopefully my grip doesn't fail me. Easy! Whew. Hey. Not bad at all. And we are golden for 6. Bow, 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 bow. I wonder what's the heaviest deadlift I'll ever get to. I doubt I'll ever get to 200, but that would be amazing. If I could do 150, that'd be really cool. Where's the midbrain located? Beneath the cerebellum. I'm at the top of the brain stem. What is neurolemma? Degeneration of the protective myelin sheath that surrounds peripheral nerves. Dang it, I like these trousers. Shaq, you see this? If my shins get touched, they do this. You could brush them with a cotton bud, and they would do that. I blame my genetics, dude. My dad has had a sore on his shin for 35 years. Looks like blood. It is blood. Hello, Zlobster. You join us in our next period. Once we're done, we're gonna lift this again. For 6 reps, ideally. By the way, I haven't gone insane, I'm listening to music. Are you on your period? My shin is. My tibia's just like, oh, I'm so moody. I would highly recommend getting those shins looked at, Steve. Okay. Didn't help. Have you kicked the bar? No, it's just a consequence of when I first started learning how to lift, I used to do deadlifts very poorly, to the extent that every time I pulled, I would have to have sort of forward and backwards motion. So it would either pull a little forward and then come back, or I'd pull too close initially, so it was never a linear path from A to B. As a result, I scratched up the heck out of my shins. And due to the fact that I had poor circulation there anyway, those wounds just never healed. And now, it's literally my entire shins are just very prone to bleeding and breaking. So even now when my deadlift form is much better, still not perfect, if I just so much as touch my shins with the bar on the way up, they will do this. So, tends to look a lot worse than it actually is. But yeah, bleeding shins, just to be clear, is not, because when I first started deadlifting, I wore my bleeding shins as a badge of honor. It's not a good thing. Generally, it's an indication that you're lifting incorrectly. Your shins shouldn't be covered in blood after a deadlift session. You get the initial knock because of the hard pull and activating your lats, that's fine, but it shouldn't be constant or bleeding all the time. Okay, so chat, we're going to go for another 6 repetitions of this. Whew. Deadlift doesn't mean to become dead? Oh. This changes everything. Noted. Right, give me a good song. Robbie Williams, A Man for All Seasons. Yeah! A man for all barbells. By the way, chat, rate my form. If my back rounds or my butt shoots up massively before the weight leaves the floor, let me know. Ay, ay, ay. Ah. Mm. Oh no, my connection to chat has timed out. So if anyone sent a message in the last 10 seconds, I've probably missed it. Whew. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to drop it by 5 and we're going to do 6 reps of sumo deadlift. Just for a slightly different stimulus. Well, as the medulla oblongata, also known as the center for respiration. What are the two main structures of the diencephalon? The thalamus and the hypothalamus. What is the function of the parasympathetic nervous system? So the parasympathetic system is the primary system at times of rest. So it handles functions related to resting, digestion, basic function, actions of smooth muscles, absent of stress response. Individual neurons have the same function throughout the body to transmit information, but collectively they make up 5 different types of nerves and nervous tissue which has specific functions. These are efferent vessels, afferent vessels, mixed nerves, grey matter and white matter. Huzzah! What is depolarization and repolarization? A change in the permeability of nerve cells allowing the transfer of ions. I think, pretty sure depolarization allows sodium ions to enter the nerve cell. Axon membrane becomes temporarily more permeable to sodium ions which rush inside the cell, making it more positive. Lovely! What is the structure of the hypothalamus? Sits at the base of the deep in the cerebellum with the pituitary gland attached to its base. Nice! Where are the ganglia of the sympathetic nervous system are located? The ganglia, you say? Why, they are located thoracolumbar. Yeah. What is epilepsy? Disorder of the central nervous system, can cause vomiting, fainting, dizziness. Oh. Describe the ventricles of the brain. So there's 2 in the cerebellum, the third I don't know. Third opens into the subarachnoid space, I believe. Fourth opens into the subarachnoid space. Third is deep inside the brain. Okay. What is neuralgia? Inflammation, pain, or anesthesia along the course of one or more nerves. Lovely! So, chat, moving on to a sumo deadlift, which is very similar in stimulus to the deadlift, but takes a slightly wider stance. And some people, myself included, find it a bit easier than the regular deadlift. Just works with my biomechanics a little better. The brain uses more of the body's energy than the rest of the organs, using around 20%. I just pinched myself. What is the pons responsible for? Certain reflex actions like chewing, swallowing, vomiting. Lovely. Okay. Awesome. Whew. Shut. We got a lift. The weight calls to us, and we shall answer the call. So, characteristic sumo deadlift. Take a wide stance, and your hands or your arms are going to go inside your legs instead of the conventional deadlift where it's a shorter stance, maybe shoulder width, just inside shoulder width, with your arms snapping the bar outside. Very nice. So, now we're going to torment our hammies, hamstrings, including a biceps muscle, believe it or not. Yes, there is a biceps in your leg. What is the actual name of the... Let's see. I'm curious to know now. I did know at one point, but it's been a while. Hamstring muscle names. Biceps femoris. I could have guessed that. Whew. Okay. So, let's look at what we're doing. I'm scared of this one, chat. Stiff-legged deadlift. Great for your spinal erectors and your blessed hamstrings. So, 75 kilos we're going for. That means taking a decent bit of weight off. Ooh. So I went to a interview for a duty manager position at a gym today. I was just looking about, and there were loads of people just exercising, making themselves fitter and healthier, and there were like no formulas. It was amazing. Hey. It was beautiful. Okay, so 50, 60 with the bar, 70, okay, so you out, and you out. Alright, so this is 60, and we're going for 75. Beautiful. Probably don't need clips for this one once we get in position. 75. Whew. I thoroughly recommend people incorporate deadlifts into their routine. Just take your time with it. Start small, make sure you're doing it right. Film yourself doing it. Compare it to good examples of deadlift form. The bar should travel in a straight line from A to B. There should be no curvature in your spine. Your spine should remain neutral. Your shoulders should never get closer to your hips. All of these cues are valid. And you gotta take your time. Take it from me. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna go get some water. When we come back, we're doing stiff-legged deadlifts, which, oh boy, not a good time, but a very good time. Ay, ay, ay. Chat, help. My autoplay is playing Nicki Minaj. And now I'm being called a bitch. I mean, lady ain't wrong, but you ain't gonna just say it. Oh, how are you doing, chat? Oh god, I just remembered I have to do stiff-legged deadlifts now. Why did I even come back? Chat, do you have any part of your body which is just relentlessly melodramatic? Because let me tell you, these shins are magical. They don't hurt. Like, this isn't painful. It just looks ridiculous. Like, it looks like I've been, like, attacked in the shins by, like, a squirrel with a very large bat. Like, I barely touched my shins with the bar. It was like a light graze. It's like I had a spare jugular vein there. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Grip almost took me out on that one. Whew. Whew. Thank you, extra Spiny. Whew. Hey, thank you, Charlie. Good to see you. How are you doing, my fine fellow? Do hope you're well. Whew. Hey, we hit 12. Lovely. Okay. Now, we are moving on to leg extensions. Okay. By the way, chat, another shout out to Workout Ways. I am a qualified PT with a degree in anatomy and physiology and personal training. So if you are interested in taking control of your physical health, getting that 1 year transformation that you can see on the homepage of my website, then please do go ahead and have a look. We've had someone from the community already join and get started, which is absolutely awesome. In fact, finished that program today and sent it over to him for review. And that's all handled in-house via the Workout Ways PT Hub. So it handles your bookings, your workouts, your nutrition, everything you might need. So loads of work went into that website. Did work from the ground up myself. And pursued the qualifications to ensure that I'm teaching good stuff. Believe me, whatever reason you have for not pursuing physical health, be it, oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I'm nervous about this or that, I can tell you as someone on the other side of those very objections, they are, I don't mean to demean, they are insignificant compared to what you stand to gain from pursuing fitness, right? So, it's mental health, it's social confidence, it's physique. Look, vanity is a valid reason to get fit. It's nice to look in the mirror and like what you see. As someone who's suffered with gender dysphoria for years and years, I'm maybe never going to get to that point, but I've heard it's nice. Right, what the hell was I doing? Oh yeah! Hey! Yoink! Okay. Hey! Hey! Lovely! Oh no, I gotta check off the deploy links. Hey. Okay, you wait up there. Oh, worth noting as well on Workout Ways, all of the programs are bespoke, except for the pre-built programs that you can buy if you want to, but they have no oversight, and that is an asset that you'd be wise to take advantage of on Workout Ways. What the PT Hub is designed for, you get your check-ins, your updates, your accountability, which is really, really helpful. Let's go. Come in, bench. Okay. Chat. that is our question. Do we go to absolute failure? Look, quadriceps are a very large muscle, and it really sucks to take them to absolute failure, because they're very powerful and require a very large amount of oxygen. So it's both an anaerobic and aerobic challenge to take them to the point that they actually fail to produce enough of a contractile force to overcome resistance. But there's value to it, especially as we're only doing one set. We've already done squats, we've done deadlifts, we've got a lot of stimulus, we don't need to go overboard. So one good hard set we put a lot of effort into has a lot of value here. Ooh. Maybe take your shirt off for more power. I might just do that if you're not careful. Hey, any excuse to make the pecs bounce for no other reason than vanity. Seriously, every guy out there should work out to the point where they can lift a pec and it bounces. There's something about that. And like, it's a pure vanity thing. Like, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. Look, physical health has no comment, no association with your value as a human being. None whatsoever. And yet, it's okay to be vain. It really is. As long as you don't judge other people for their physique, I'm fine with being proud of yours. Ooh. Bouncing the pegs is a talent, I can't do it yet. Well, it's not exactly coordinating, right? Like, I can tense them, but I'm not like the Rock, you know? Okay. So, let's get our warm up, shall we? Okay. Right, what are we working with? 38? 38 kilos. Whoo. Hey, chat. How you doing? You doing okay? Chat is the question. Do we take our leg extensions to absolute failure? Give me a 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm curious to see where people stand. Right, so 5, 30, 35, 37.5, we're going for 38. Nice. Baby weights. Whew. 2, Darth Vader wants me to be kind to myself. Wait, is that? Oh God. A 2 and a 1. Huh. Now I have to make up my own mind. This isn't fair. Why are you even here, Chat? If you can't take all the responsibility away from me. Oh. Whew. Do we have a tiebreaker? Come on, 1 for failure, 2 for stopping short. What do you think? We got a good song for it at least. Got the Rocky theme going on. I'll take that. Oh. Okay, tell you what, we'll flip a coin, chat. We'll flip a coin together. Here we go. So I just got to type into Google, flip a coin. Okay, so heads I go to failure, tails I don't. Oh. Dang it. Ah! Okay, here we go. Flip a coin. So heads failure, tails not failure. Our survey says tails, not failure. Unfortunately, I'm a masochist, so I'm gonna go to failure anyway. Because working hard is fun. Oh yeah, hearts on fire. Bow, 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 bow. Tell you what, we'll do it shirtless. You are right. I get a buff in power from having my pecs out. Oh yeah. Okay. Whew. Can we do like a bandana thing? That'd be cool. I got the Rocky theme playing, so. Does this work? I think it would be cool. That's not cool at all! Alright, here we go. do like my pecs. It's odd because, as I say, I've suffered from gender dysphoria for years and years and years. Since I was about sort of, I think 7, 8, somewhere around there. And so, I've never been comfortable in my body, like ever. Like, the thing about gender dysphoria, at least the way it presents to me, like, I constantly feel the absence of female breasts. I feel the alienness of my genitalia and stuff like that, and it's a horrible feeling. But my pecs are the one thing about me that I actually like, and I don't know if it's just because developing them has sort of, been a pseudo replacement for having breasts. Like, I don't know what the psychology is behind it, but there's something about, having this here that just feels right and comfortable to me. And that's just a dysphoria thing as opposed to proud of my physique thing. Although I am proud of the work I've done. But I think I have a moderately different relationship to sort of my physique development than a lot of other guys might have. Just because, I would have preferred to have been born a woman. So, I think I have a different interface with the development or bodybuilding, as it were. It's a strange thing, for sure. But the good thing is, it's okay to be who you are. And you can make who you are better. Right, so I don't even know how many reps I did on the leg extension. I'll note down 16. I think it was more than 16. Okay, so now we're going to do some leg curls. Finish up with some hamstring work. Huzzah! 40 kilos on a leg curl. Very cool. Let's do it. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Oy. Oh. Oy. Yoink. Shut that on there. Beautiful. I like this bench because I can use it for leg extensions and our blessed hamstring curls. Ay. Okay, right. Hamstring curls, chap. Right, so, this is simple. We've graduated a weight here. There we are. Stuff you on there. And you Okay, chap. Well, over here. Beautiful. This is our last exercise. Let's make it a good one. Hoping for 11 or 12. Gotta keep working. Work. Righty-ho. Chat. That is it for me. I will thank you ever so much for joining me. I will be back at about 8:30 for some little company with myself and the boys. So if you do want to come and spawn Herberts on our face and watch us get absolutely destroyed, then you'll be also welcome. As for this, please do once again shout out to Workout Ways. Really proud of what we're doing over there. We've already got someone on one of my plans, and as I said, I finished that programming this morning. Be absolutely awesome to have some more people pursuing their physical fitness. And it's worth noting that you can sign up to the PT Hub for completely free. So if you use the consult/explore plan, you can look at now and see how we do things, chat to me and learn a bit more about what you can do for your physical fitness, because it is absolutely worth investing in. You gotta treat every day as an investment for the remainder of your life, because you only get one body. You gotta inspect it if you want it to inspect your back. So, thank you so much everyone. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, back at 8:30. Till then, bye bye.